Thank you for tuning in to Entertain the Geeky, your source for nerd news.
Guys, what's up? We have a huge episode today. So much nerdy shit has happened in the past week. Ghostbusters came out. Roger's going to give us a Rogers review. Star Trek came out. More Rogers review.
That's really a rant, let's be honest.
It's going to be a whole lot of just Roger talking tonight.
We are going to be reviewing Ecto Cooler High C and whatever the hell these Ghostbusters Twinkies are.
There's two Twinkies.
Yes.
There's Key Lime Scream and White Fudge Marshmallow Twinkies.
So we're going to eat the Stay Puft Marshmallow Man and Screamer.
And Slimer.
Slimer. Whatever
was
the fuck
his
his name is. I don't remember.
Yeah, no, it was Slimer. Hey, we got Joe here today.
Yes, we do.
Joe's going to hang out with us.
So we are also going to do a comparison because we decided that this Ecto Cooler High C looks a lot like Orange High C from McDonald's.
Well, it doesn't help that the kids said that.
Yeah, no, my kids did say that. Their honest review was it tastes like High C.
That's exactly what they said. So I figured before I go on what will be a good 40 minutes of...
Comic-Con did happen too.
Oh god, we're going to talk so much about Comic-Con.
There's so much good shit from Comic-Con this weekend.
So here's
I had to
the deal.
change pants like 4 times.
How's it any different from any other weekend?
That's fair.
So we're going to do the movies, get that out of the way because they rage, and then we're going to talk Comic-Con. But before that, let's try to start the show on a happy note. And we're going to start by doing this Twinkie eating thing here, which you can hear us open up the White Fudge Marshmallow one right now. And Chris is struggling because this is radio and it's... Okay, so it looks like a giant white turd.
It looks horrid. It looks
smells decent.
It smells amazing, but Joe's already fucking eating his. Oh my god.
That's pretty legit.
That's tasty.
I mean, if you like marshmallow, you'll like it.
You want marshmallow?
I don't care about marshmallow cream. When I go camping with friends and they start making s'mores, I'm the guy over in the corner just eating graham crackers.
I'll just eat chocolate.
Yeah.
I'm not a marshmallow fan either, but
Roger, we need you to eat the marshmallows.
All things
and
being
none of
said,
us will actually have s'mores.
All things being said, this is pretty enjoyable. Like they've got this like white fudge glaze on it that it looks hastily made, which I'm sure it is because it's in some factory.
But flavor-wise, it's
on point.
It's good.
Look, I just ate it in 2 bites.
Especially for the price. Like this is a decent little.
$2.50 a box. It's a good deal. Find these at Walmart.
How many
grocery
are in a
store?
box?
9.
9. Why 9? That's a weird fucking number.
I don't know. All right, but no, the white fudge ones were good. That was good.
Very.
That works.
All right, so now we're gonna try this Ecto Cooler High C. Now apparently this is in stores, but I can't find it anywhere here in St. Louis. So I ordered this off Amazon.
I've looked.
I feel like I saw it somewhere, but I don't remember. Maybe inside of a Schnucks or a Deerbird.
It's not the same.
It is not the same as Orange High C.
No, that's a little more like orange juicy.
This just took me back like 20 fucking years.
Oh my god, I'm so happy right now.
Holy cow.
Guys, spend the $15. It's worth it.
Oh my god, this just
I'll
took
be sure to let
time
James know.
off of my life.
I'll make him happy.
Oh my god, so good.
Guys, I feel like I'm 5 years old right now.
That's
This is delightful. I'm not
Chris,
finishing
I'm pretty sure
it.
you are 5 years old right
I might
now.
be.
Oh my god, yeah, that was really good.
The Scream Twinkie now.
The Key Lime Scream.
Now, Roger and I were talking before we even started recording.
They look off.
It looks moldy.
It does look moldy, but Twinkies don't mold.
Right, no, it's definitely the injection process.
So this is a regular Twinkie with green cream shoved in it.
It smells like a regular Twinkie.
Yeah.
Let's do it. It's fucking tasty too. It tastes like a regular Twinkie.
I'm out.
You're out?
I'm out.
Why are you out?
I'm out. No.
No?
It's weird. Okay.
It's a regular Twinkie.
No, it's got this weird, like...
It's got a slight lime taste to
Yeah,
it. Nothing major.
A mild lime flavor.
Yeah.
I don't know. Have it with your Bud Light lime, I guess.
This is very subtle. Like, I do think they hit a sweet spot with it because if the lime would have been overpowering, this would have been kind of yucky. I actually
I was
like
hoping for like a key lime pie, which
That's
tastes quite like a lime, but is very sweet at the same time.
That's fair.
But like, This is really subtle. It's boring. I wouldn't bother getting it over regular
The
Twinkie.
white fudge ones though are the shit.
Yeah, like I'll get the white fudge again. But this, like, I could just get a regular Twinkie.
I was gonna
and
say
be fine.
that's what I said. It's like a regular Twinkie almost. I don't feel like I'm missing anything.
Yeah.
It's all about this Ecto Cooler High C. That's where it's at.
I mean, it is pretty good.
I kind of want to slap you right now.
Why?
This is like worth its weight in gold. Okay?
I don't know about that, but all right.
It's pretty good. This is the holy grail of High C right now.
I'll tell you what. To save our friendship, why don't you
Oh,
have the rest of mine?
I have another one right in here in my cooler right here.
I
Don't
mean,
you worry
have
about
Have
it.
a little more for yourself.
No, it's
then.
good. You finish it off. Well, let's take a sip of this orange High C and
Very different.
Yeah, that's way different.
yeah. No,
It is not the
this
same
is-
at all.
Very, watery.
This is orange.
Yeah,
This is
whereas
fucking
like
straight orange.
the Ecto Cooler actually tastes like orange juice.
it's very sugary.
Well,
It
I
is.
mean, orange juice is like 98% sugar.
Oh, that's good stuff. Oh man, I'm gonna be bouncing off the walls. Hit that with that beer I got. We're good to go.
This is
I can
fucking.
go
This
for a
is
beer
like
now.
crack.
Yeah, no, yeah, totally worth it.
Yeah,
Okay,
no,
so
they're gonna make millions off of those alone.
So our nerd review on the Twinkie, the Ghostbusters tie-in product. You got 2 yays for the key lime, 1 yay. You got all 3 yays for the white fudge Twinkies, and 2 yays for the Ecto Cooler High C, and 1 doesn't count.
Who-
Joe.
What?
He's like, it's okay. It's
No,
not a yay.
it's-
Is it a yay or a nay?
I'll give it a yay.
All right, then.
I'll give
I
it a yay.
thought this
Like,
was a
if you
fucking
like
hell yeah.
orange drinks and high C and shit, like this is really good. Get it.
This is very tasty.
Oh my god, yeah. And the little weird, it's green too. Like I'm watching it come through your straw.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
green.
Yeah,
Yeah.
if you were
They food
over
dyed
the
the
age
shit
of,
out of it.
if you're over the age of about 18, that you've probably had this in your lifetime,
You've just forgotten.
and holy cow, man!
And we all know that I hate everything. Like I think that's pretty much apparent over past 8 episodes of this podcast.
What are
Like,
you, Zach Colonius?
no, because Zach Colonius likes things that I don't.
That's
but
fair.
but I hate everything. But damn, this Ecto Cooler. It's like the perfect. It's like this little box of 6 fluid ounces is like the perfect size too.
Yeah,
Except-
to not feel like you have enough because I just drank it, and at the end of it, I'm like, this is bullshit. It's not in there anymore. No,
That's why you get a case of them
that
and
was-
then pour them into a keg.
that was thoroughly enjoyable. Well, you can get cans of that too. They do
Yeah.
make it in cans. It's just
like
instead of
full-size can?
Yeah,
Yeah,
full size 12
okay.
ounce
12 ounce
cans.
can.
Well, then do that.
They were $50.
it was.
Oh,
for,
jeez.
for a 12 pack.
That's ridiculous.
Yeah.
It's because some fucking asshole collectors, instead of letting this be an enjoyable, consumable product,
Went and bought 1 million of them.
they're like, these are gonna be collector's items, and if you're that guy, fuck you. On
Well,
a serious level.
To be fair,
Yeah,
though,
there
like
does not need to be a secondary fucking market
Coke-
for Ecto Coolers.
Coke
there
fucked this up.
doesn't.
No, Coke fucked this up.
I mean,
Coke fucked up the distribution of this Ecto Cooler High C because
No surprise
they,
there.
they did only apparently it's only come out in certain grocery stores, certain grocery store chains, and they didn't do a nationwide rollout. They did a market by market rollout.
that's stupid.
So now that the movie's out, you expect to be able to go to your grocery store and get it or wherever, and you can't find it. So then you have to go online,
I'll bet we wait until Halloween.
and it'll be everywhere.
This shit's gonna be everywhere.
And I can't wait.
absolutely.
I hope it never goes away. I want to pay my $3 for my 10
Well,
pack and be
you know
happy.
the last time that I think this came out was when they had first launched that Ghostbusters cartoon back in the 90s. It was like the mid-90s.
The real Ghostbusters.
The real Ghostbusters.
Yeah, yeah.
And I think that was the last time that they had put out the Ecto Cooler High
No,
C.
it ran until about 99, 2000.
Was it that long?
Yeah, it's been
I
gone
could've
for
swore it
16
went
years.
away.
Okay.
No, so
Sooner.
I
Yeah,
actually
I thought it
did.
did too.
I did my research on this before the episode. Ecto
Oh, that's
Cooler
good
ran.
that one of us did.
Yeah, Ecto Cooler ran from 1988 to 1999, 2000.
Okay.
And then they rebranded it as some other weird orange citrus drink that lasted for another year on the shelf, and then they got rid of it.
Okay.
Now they brought it back for the movie, and I can't be happier.
Yeah,
Hopefully
keep
it'll
this,
stick
keep,
around for a
keep this
little
stuff
while.
out, pretty please.
God, please, just don't get rid of your fruit punch or your raspberry razzle.
I'm sick of fruit punch.
Yeah, Ecto
Keep
Cooler.
that shit.
Ecto Cooler.
All right, so on that note, let's kind of transition into this movie. I've not seen it yet. I have listened to a few reviews, so I'm not gonna give my input on it.
Oh, please do if I step over a line.
I mean, I want to hear what you had to say about it.
All right.
Roger's reviews.
So, I went to see Ghostbusters with my mom and my sister. not expecting anything. Actually expecting to walk out wanting to shoot a lot of things, like myself included. At the end of the movie, I walked away and I have a few good things to say and a bunch of bad shit to say. So we'll start with the good things, Chris.
No, in with the good.
Well,
or at least sandwich it.
Okay, we'll sandwich it. We'll start with one good thing. Chris Hemsworth was amazing in this movie. Like, hands down, the reason to go see the movie. He was hilarious. His character was funny. I did not expect that
This
from
is
him.
the part where the feminists all blow up.
Fuck the feminists. Here's why. Okay, that's another good thing I gotta say about this movie, you feminists. Fuck! Okay. I was gonna say something bad. Here's the bad thing. They had a villain. A legit villain in this movie. Not a ghost. Okay. Not like, oh my god, Gozer's gonna rise or Vigo's there. It was a guy. A nerd guy who was apparently picked on, I guess. I don't know, because I never really delve into his backstory. And his thing is, he's gonna charge up the ley lines and unleash the apocalypse on the world.
Okay.
That's the storyline. So he's a bad guy, but there's no motivation. There's no reason for us to see why he's doing this. All he says is, "I'm tired of being a janitor," I guess. But he's super smart. He obviously works very steampunky. This whole movie reminded me of watching Ghostbusters steampunk comic book, because everything was all technobabble and weird looking, and this guy's obviously a genius. And in my mind, geniuses don't work as janitors. They can go do other shit with their brain power.
I'm going to disagree with that.
What, Good Will Hunting?
Zach
now has a job where he uses his intelligence.
No.
I'm going to argue against that,
Yeah.
but not in detail.
That guy's brilliant.
But he's not a janitor.
He was a clerk.
He was a clerk, but clerks at least...
Yeah, but he was actually using one very specific area where he's very knowledgeable.
Yeah, like
I'm not bitching about the dude. I'm just saying, like, if you're
No.
like, he should be an
He's gonna be
electrophysicist.
so
he should have
mad
been something.
that we're talking about him so much.
No.
He's a genius.
He's a genius.
Yeah,
No,
but now he's on the internet.
we didn't say his last name.
I did not.
That's
earlier.
true.
Yeah, we don't say that. But so he's just a bad guy, and we don't know why.
Okay.
We don't know why, and that annoyed me. Another thing that annoyed me: ghosts kill people in this movie.
What?
Yeah.
What?
The ghosts kill people. They're not these, like... Remember in the first movie, it was like the ghosts were a lot like roaches. They were like pests.
Yeah.
They were a nuisance that you called the Ghostbusters to come and exterminate your house, like you would if you had termites or roaches or spiders. Yeah. That's what ghosts were. They weren't a threat.
Right.
And in this movie, they can kill you.
That's
They're
weird.
killing motherfuckers in here.
They killed Bill Murray.
What?
That was his cameo. He shows up as a scientist who tries to debunk him, and they're like, "Oh yeah, you want to see a ghost?" And they lit one out of a trap. The first ghost they kept, they lit it out of a trap. The ghost grabs him and throws him out a window.
Huh.
And then flies away. Yeah, we'll get back to that. Now, on a happy note, hey feminist, hear me out on this one. The movie did not sexualize these women. Not a lot of, like we were talking earlier before the cast, a lot of movies that are female-centric. There's always that scene where the women get all dolled up and they go out to a party, or they go looking for a guy, or they're doing something to get free drinks. There was none of that in this movie. It was literally 4 women just doing what they do, which is busting ghosts. And I respect the hell out of that movie for doing that. I really do. That made me happy. Bad thing. Apparently the government knows about ghosts in this world.
Okay.
And the mayor has this whole long conversation about, yeah, we know ghosts exist. We have Homeland Security on this, so we're going to have you guys be frauds, but keep doing what you're doing. Yeah.
All right.
That's the movie. That was there as part of the movie.
Sony. Really? What the fuck?
What are they doing?
I
Who
don't.
sits in a room, comes up with this, and goes, "Okay, let's throw millions of dollars at it."
Let's do this movie.
I'm gonna give this the stamp of approval. It's got the Sony S on it.
It gets worse from there.
Oh.
Excuse me. So, the final battle, and my brother called me today after he saw it. He's like, they really should have called this movie Avengers 2.5. Because the final battle between the Ghostbusters, who are rolling around, being action heroes, throwing proton-packed bombs, using pistols to capture ghosts, punching ghosts in the face in the streets of New York. Like, it is a line of ghosts and them running through it. It was horrible. The special effects were cool, but it was horrible. There was no. They were just running around punching and throwing and cursing and being action heroes. These aren't the fat, out of shape Ghostbusters that walked up 100 flights of stairs saying, "Hey, let me know when we hit 89. I'm gonna throw up." These were action heroes, and that's not the fucking Ghostbusters. Now, with that being said, here, a happy note about the movie. I liked the fact that these girls were not carbon copies of the original Ghostbusters.
How did they come to be Ghostbusters? Like, is there any?
Yeah. So the movie starts off with the main character. I forget her name because honestly, none of these they say their names like twice and that's it.
Okay.
Because you're supposed to remember the actual actor's
No,
name.
It's a lot like Black Hawk Down where the names I guess just don't matter.
Okay.
But the main character, she's up for tenure at her college.
Okay.
She teaches at some Princeton or some bullshit university, I don't know.
Okay.
It comes out that back in the day, she wrote a book with Melissa McCarthy explaining how ghosts exist. Melissa McCarthy went down that path. She went the other way. There was a break in their friendship. A guy comes in and says, "Oh, I think my house is haunted." She goes and sees Melissa McCarthy, sees the blonde, scientist, crazy, steampunky girl. And they go to this house, they find a ghost, and boom, that's how they end up busting ghosts. The main character gets kicked out of her college because this YouTube video shows up of her screaming, "Ghosts are real, ghosts are real, let's catch them, ghosts are real." Gets kicked out. Melissa McCarthy gets kicked out of her school that she's teaching at.
For doing coke?
I guess. I don't know. That explains the weight drop. And they form Ghostbusters. What I liked about it, though, was Melissa McCarthy wasn't, Venkman or Ray or Egon or Winston. They weren't carbon copies of these characters with tits, for lack of a better term.
I think it would have been cool if they could have somehow made this a continuation instead of a reboot of the original Ghostbusters. Like, over the years, they recruited new people that were great
Like
minds.
the Extreme Ghostbusters cartoon?
Yes.
Here's an interesting thing that they said in that whole mayor scene when the mayor said, "Oh, we know about ghosts," which is they're like, "Well, we need to put the cat back in the bag," and they're like, "You can't do that. It's out. People know ghosts are real now." And the mayor says, "No, this has happened before. People tend to forget." So it is very possible that the Ghostbusters exist in this universe, and they were just swept under the rug.
And Bill Murray came to debunk them?
Fuck Bill Murray. I'm sorry, I know I just stepped on a lot of nerd hearts here, but the thing is, Bill Murray is the reason Ghostbusters 3 never got made. He kept saying he would do it, and then he said he wouldn't do it, and then he said he'd jump back on, and then he wouldn't do it. He said, last we heard he was going to do it if he could be a ghost, and then he said, "No, I don't want to do that anymore. I just want to play Venkman." And then finally, Harold Ramis dies, and now we'll never get a Ghostbusters 3. But Bill Murray has no problem showing up for a crappy spin-off movie. Fuck you, Bill Murray. Fuck you up your Ghostbuster hating ass.
All right. So,
hold on, though. Hold on, because before you ask me my final opinion, I discovered a way that we as nerds are going to rate movies. We have 4 possible ratings. You have miss, hit, fumble, critical hit. Get it? Hit is they're okay. Critical hit is awesome. Miss is meh. And fumble is the worst piece of shit
they
on
roll
earth.
the one.
Right. That is the way to rate movies
They
on this
hella
podcast.
dropped the ball on it.
Right.
Okay.
And Ghostbusters rates as a miss.
Okay.
Not a fumble, not a critical failure, just a miss. Chris Hemsworth saves the movie. The fact they weren't carbon copies of Ghostbusters. And honestly, it's a decent popcorn flick. Just don't expect to have heart and soul.
Okay.
Just expect pretty special effects and crappy jokes. And
So
you're
if
good.
I want to see it on the big screen, go to like St. Andrews.
Yeah, go
and
pay
do, like,
$1.
Pay $1 to see
Pay
it.
$1. I honestly saw it in 3D, and that was cool. The special effects were worth seeing it in 3D because something about seeing the proton pack lasers coming at you, like that's cool. That was really cool. But as a whole, the movie it just fell flat.
Okay.
No soul. You guys talk about something because I got a lot of rage building up because I know what you want to talk about next.
So, okay. last night we did a Christmas in July event.
Oh, so much fun.
And it's a Magic the Gathering Cube draft. We were really bummed out that Joe couldn't make it to that one.
Yeah, you know,
He had to do husband stuff.
I did have to be a husband.
What'd you do for the other, 8 hours and 96 minutes of the night? Yeah, I said that. Figure that out. That's like 9.5 hours with 6 minutes to spare.
Well, I mean, she was getting back in town right about the time it was starting. For those who are curious, my wife went on a trip with youth group from her church. She was getting back the same day. And she got there about the time, like, you guys would have been finishing dinner and starting rounds.
Oh, we started so late.
Mm-hmm.
According to the original plan I was given by Kevin.
Yeah.
Originally she wasn't supposed to be back till Monday, from my understanding, but, like, dates got changed for shit, so she was coming back same day. So I handed off my spot to Zach Rector.
Zach Rector.
So, the Christmas in July, it's a cube, like Chris was saying, that there's only 3 colors in it. Red, green, and white.
Christmas colors.
We serve Christmas dinner.
This is of Magic the Gathering, by the way.
Oh, yeah.
If nobody picked up on that.
We serve Christmas dinner, we draft, everyone gets a door prize that's wrapped up. This year's big door prize was Liliana.
Yeah, who got that?
Craig
Stanley.
Craig Stanley got it?
And his
You know, I
response-
can totally live with that.
He
screamed
the
holy
F-word.
fuck at the top of his lungs when he opened
Yeah.
it up.
See, I don't believe any part of that.
I
Craig
have
doesn't
video.
curse.
I
know.
have video.
He did, though.
Like, I make sexual innuendo with that dude up and down all day, but he still manages to do it without cursing.
Yeah, no, he's like everyone's quiet and opening up, and you just hear this little, holy fuck! Holy fuck! I got Liliana!
It was like a kid on Christmas.
It was awesome. Like,
Alright, I'm willing to believe that.
and big shout outs to Matthew Patterson and John Perks for being the
Kicking
winners
everybody's ass.
of their pods, and
Yeah.
John Perks taking down the whole tournament.
John Perks took
John
the whole
Perks
tournament.
took the whole
Good
tournament.
for him. That man never wins because he doesn't give a
kicked
rat's ass about it.
my ass.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Kicked my ass.
Mm-hmm.
I got the no mana 2 games,
Oh,
and
nice.
John's deck performed splendidly.
Good for him.
He did very well. He had an awesome deck, putting out big, scary fucking angels.
I've never really seen him do well in games of Magic, but he
He's-
never cares.
Thi-
He just wants to have
No,
a good time.
This is a very good
and
format.
knowing that he did
No.
that is fantastic.
I walked up on him when he was doing his deck construction. And as we were looking at it, he's like, dude. He starts talking about his curve. He starts talking about power toughness. Like, I looked at John and I was like, this is not the same John I knew a year ago, who just was like, I like big stompy things. The man now knows how to play the game, and it scares me. I
wonder who taught him.
I don't know.
Finally,
Out of St. Charles, they put something in the water because that motherfucker can play Magic.
between Scotty B out there and
Ken
Ken
Sisson?
Sisson,
Oh my
teaching
God.
him shit with him
Yeah.
being the manager, I'm sure he's a much better player than he was before.
So my little
Not that
brother
he was a
got to
bad
come.
player.
My little brother got to come, and
That's cool.
he's only played Magic out where he lives. Now
Okay.
out where he lives, they don't get to do regionals. And I'm not bashing the Magic players out there, but a lot of these players aren't the super competitive players.
Okay.
So his first experience with competitive players was when I was working at the fantasy shop. He came in for a Saturday Magic, and he got trounced. And I'm like, these are legit players. Like, these guys do pro qualifiers and all that shit.
Yeah.
We actually have a player at our store made the Pro Tour.
Which one?
Zach.
Voss?
Yeah. You
Oh,
know
yeah,
that?
he
Yeah,
did.
Zach Voss made
Zach
the Pro
Voss
Tour.
made it undo a Pro Tour. I
He's
forget
going
which
to
one.
Honolulu.
Good for
Did he
him.
make it to
Yeah,
the Honolulu?
he's going to Honolulu to play Magic.
Sweet.
Good for him.
Yeah.
But yeah, so I'm
That
explaining to
man's
him.
a badass.
I'm like,
he's one of my favorite of the competitive guys
He's
because
a
he has
good
such
guy.
a really good attitude.
He's
the
got a
compet-
stoner vibe about him.
I'm not calling out
Well, that's 'cause
anybody,
he's-
but some of the competitive players can become kind of asshole-ish.
Yeah,
but
absolutely.
he's
We've had
somebody
that conversation.
Well, that's fair.
But
he's one that has never lost. Just having fun with the game and enjoying the experience.
That's what I'm describing
And
as
that's
that
why I really
stoner
like him.
vibe. Like,
well, that's because he's always stoned.
I could care less. Like, he's always so cool about it.
Yeah, he's a very relaxed dude.
He's a
and
laid back guy.
He
and
just
that-
likes Magic a
and
lot.
that it makes him an enjoyable person to be around.
Absolutely.
So big shout outs to him for making the Pro Tour.
Yeah, good for you, man.
good for Zach.
But
I'll congratulate him when he gets back.
my little brother got to come, and that was really exciting for me because this is an invite only event,
Right.
Yep.
and they were like, "Hey, if you know somebody that's not a douchebag, you should invite him." And I was like, "I think my little brother would like it." He came, he had an absolute blast, and they invited him to come next year, and he was like, "Dude, I'm for sure coming next year." He starts geeking out. Both of us managed to pack out.
Yeah. Chris got packs.
Nice.
Yeah. I didn't get to play.
You should have seen.
Why?
We had an extra person show up that we didn't know was showing up, so I gave him my spot.
Oh, well, that's sweet of you.
You should have seen my deck building process.
Yeah? Was it just grab shit?
It was grab goblins,
Okay.
take all the goblins that I got,
I mean,
Grab
that's a
some
good
lands.
idea, especially when you're going to play Kevin Freeman.
grab some lands. That's my deck.
All right.
Deck construction. I see people laying their shit out, making sure that they can make their curve. I was like, I'll grab like 12 lands and throw those in here.
I mean, that's no better than my plan if I was going. Like, my plan was going to be grab Iona and then things that support her decently
Yeah,
and call it a day.
Mine was grab goblins and any red spot removal.
Yeah.
And it paid off.
He packed out. What was your door prize?
Oh my god, I got rock, paper, scissors unglued cards.
Oh, that's right.
That's pretty cool.
I got so I got 6 cards in total. Rock, paper, scissors for 2 different people, so you can literally play rock, paper, scissors with a friend. And we were talking about last night that's how all decisions are going to be made here.
Yes. We're now going to use the rock, paper, scissors cards to make all decisions in
Okay.
the geeky.
So, like, next time we have, like, nerd roulette, who goes first? We'll
Yeah,
do
rock, paper, scissors.
All right.
Yeah.
All right. All right.
Yeah. Yeah. It was.
Are we ever going to add Lizard Spock to that?
I don't know if there's a Spock card for Magic.
We could make one.
Yeah,
We're
no,
not
we gotta
going to.
make
We're
it.
going to keep it simple.
Keep
All
it
right.
simple, stupid. Speaking of Spock, so
Star Trek.
I literally saw Star Trek Beyond 2.5 hours ago.
Okay. So it's fresh in your mind.
It is fresh in my mind.
Burned in there.
I might have fallen asleep during this movie. I'm not 100%
Jeez.
sure.
That bad.
Someone asked me how it was.
I don't want to pull that trigger. Chris.
So, what did you like most about this movie, Roger?
The end credits was the best part of this movie, damn it. Because it was cool seeing the new Enterprise A fly through space, and you saw In Loving Memory dedicated to Leonard Nimoy and Anton for, their deaths. That was the coolest part of the whole fucking movie. That's not
Actually,
true.
that's a question I have to ask. Like,
Hold on, we'll get there.
All right.
We'll get there. That's not true. There is one of the other parts was really cool was because here's the question Joe's gonna ask. If you guys plan on seeing this movie and haven't, I'm gonna drop a shit ton of spoilers. So fast forward for about
2 minutes.
Yeah.
We're going to give this movie 2 minutes.
No, we're not.
Oh, God.
Spock, Ambassador Spock died.
okay.
So you're dealing with new Spock realizing that he's kind of seen his own mortality now.
Right.
Like he died.
Yeah.
And at the end of the movie, there's a scene where he opens up Ambassador Spock's possessions, and there's a picture of the original crew from
Like-
Star Trek 6.
Like actual original? crew?
Like William Shatner, Leonard
Okay,
Nimoy,
okay.
DeForest Kelly, all of them sitting there, like in the Star Trek 6 uniforms.
Okay. And like those admiral
Yeah, and the
uniforms?
red, and
Okay.
like that was cool. The rest of this movie can fucking die. This is not Star Trek. This is some bullshit.
That actually wasn't the question I was going to ask.
Oh, what was the question you were going to
I
ask?
was going to ask how they handled the death of Chekhov.
Oh, they didn't.
They didn't?
They didn't.
What do you mean they didn't?
They didn't. I think
You
that's,
have to.
I think they're going to answer that in the next movie. I don't fucking know because,
right.
like I said, I might have. Maybe they did, and I fell asleep to it. I don't know. This piece of shit,
Well, I mean, they
garbage,
did. I guess they
fucktard,
did.
bullshit fucking movie with the fucking. I'm gonna have a fight scene every 5 fucking minutes and not actually develop characters.
Fuck.
And Simon Pegg, you ignorant little son of a bitch. Just because you wrote the script doesn't mean you have to make yourself one of the main characters. Go jump off a fucking cliff and die, you son of a fucktard! I'm literally shaking with rage.
Yeah, he is. This is disgusting.
This movie pissed me off. Into Darkness is better than this piece of shit. Because Into Darkness tried to have a plot. It failed miserably, but it tried, goddammit. It tried to have a plot. Fuck Star Trek Beyond. Fuck
So,
this.
like, Idris Elba couldn't save this movie?
No, it was horrible. He was So here's the thing. All right. Apparently, Izza Ozma was from the Enterprise era, Captain Archer era. He was a Mako that they disbanded the Makos after the Federation was formed. They gave him a ship. Something happens, and he loses contact with the Federation.
Okay.
He blames the Federation for his ship and his crewmates dying or whatever, and he turns into this fucking creature that stays alive by draining the life out of other people.
Okay.
He's a vampire.
Kinda, yeah. So he's gonna put a
He's gone, but a vampire.
Yeah,
with a vengeance.
He's gonna put a biochemical weapon and kill every planet on the Federation, whatever.
Of course he is.
But there's no depth there. Like the previews show him talking about this is when the frontier pushes back. So I'm expecting to see, yes, an action movie, but I'm expecting to see something deep because you had Simon Pegg talk about how this will be the most Star Trek of the Star Trek movies. That we will see something like this. That like philosophies will match. It will mesh, and we'll see the Federation's philosophy versus this other philosophy. And I was looking forward to that so much, and I didn't get it. I got fucking lightsaber fucking bullshit fights. I got Kirk flying around in zero gravity bullshit. I got fucking Spock laughing. Spock laughs in this movie.
So like, that's the least believable part about any Star Trek thing ever.
Not chuckles, not like ha ha ha, but actually laughs at a joke that McCoy says.
Is it because he understands his own mortality?
I don't know. I don't care. Okay.
Yeah, no. Either way, that doesn't make any sense.
No, it's not logical.
Exactly. Bullshit. And then the only crowning achievement that we had was that Enterprise was still canon, right? Mm-hmm. That if you go with the Star Trek timelines, Enterprise still happens the way it's supposed to. They fucked that up this movie,
Did Chris Hemsworth save this movie?
No, Chris Hemsworth was not in this movie. And I blame him.
He will be in the fourth one.
Maybe. Who fucking knows? I hope they don't make a fourth one. Stop making bad movies.
They are making a fourth
I know they
one.
are. I read that.
Yeah. No,
stop.
There's going to be a fourth one, and Chris Hemsworth is reprising his role
as
Captain Kirk's father.
The worst part...
Who's supposed to be dead.
Yeah. The worst part of this piece of shit movie is it's going to make a crap load of money. They're going to make a fourth one. It's going to be bad. And the Beastie Boys saved everybody. The fucking Beastie Boys.
All right, you're going to have to explain that one.
So... You seen the trailer with that big swarm thing?
Yeah.
Yeah, so they're trying to figure out how to kill the swarm.
Okay.
In like the whole 2 minutes of whatever. And they're flying in the NX, some bullshit NX Warp 4 thing. Ugh. And they're like, oh, the only way to stop it is disrupt the transmitters because they work like beehives.
Okay.
So they blast Beastie Boys on radio frequency to disrupt their orders. So
literally Beastie Boys?
Literally
it wasn't
Beastie
just
Boys.
Playing
No,
in the background?
It was like it's playing through all their comm systems, through everything, and it was horrible. And I don't know how playing Beastie Boys makes ships spontaneously explode, but they did. They just blew the fuck up. Fuck this movie. It made no sense. It's worse than Into Darkness. Worse than Into Darkness. And anytime I have to say something is worse than that pile of shit, I got a problem. Fuck you, Simon Pegg. The fighting was cool. There's
the choreography was okay?
Yeah, the choreography was okay. Choreography was cool, but you know what? I don't watch Star Trek for martial arts.
I'm going to assume this was a fumble then?
Critical miss!
Oh my god, it is such a fumble. This is like a fumble that leads to a TPK.
So not a critical miss?
It's a critical miss
into a total party kill. Like the campaign ends because you fucked this die roll up. That's how bad of a movie this is. It makes me say that Into Darkness had redeeming qualities.
So, check this out, guys. Comic-Con.
Yeah! Comic-Con!
Let's switch to a good topic.
Lots of fun announcements. Roger, you did tell me earlier that your favorite part of going to see Star Trek was...
Well, hold on. Not just Star Trek, but the Ghostbusters, too. The best thing I saw in the theaters this week was the Doctor Strange trailer.
Yeah, that second trailer was really good.
It looks amazing.
And, this is the Marvel movie that I've been most worried about. Because I don't, Doctor Strange...
this one is, the most, left turn in the Marvel Universe.
But after seeing the trailer...
probably the easiest to fuck up.
This is going to be
looks so
goddamn good.
Yeah.
The people that this movie is going to miss are going to be the people that don't read comic books.
The perds. The fucking perds.
If you don't know anything about Doctor Strange, this movie is probably going to miss you.
I don't think so, because it's an origin movie.
I hope not. it looks fucking fantastic. I just don't want, because you see like all this crazy augmented reality stuff going on in it.
Well,
and
that weird, like that scene of New York,
prism effect, and
where he's flying, like he's falling through different skylines at the same time.
Yeah.
So,
and one of them like starts eating itself. And
I love that you get to see the fabric of reality, if you will, being changed. And that's very Doctor Strange.
No,
so
absolutely.
that's magical. I'm the only thing that I'm afraid of for this movie is that it won't get the praise that it'll deserve.
I don't think you should fear that, and here's why. It's the Guardian of the Galaxy effect. Right now, Marvel can slap their title on anything, and it's going to make a crap load of money. It's going to be successful.
Yeah.
Guardian of the Galaxy was, that group of characters that no one really knew about until this movie came out.
Right.
They did their origin story, and it was a fantastic movie. And Doctor Strange looks no different. It looks amazing.
I hope this
look
goes the
so good.
exact same way Guardians did, where a bunch of people go in with no expectations because they've never read any of the books.
Blows their mind.
Yeah.
Well,
the only thing that worries me about it is like an overload of too much for a lot of people. Like that could be a thing just because there's so much weird shit going on.
Inception, though.
Yeah, but Inception turned to fucking 11, dude.
No, I agree, but
yeah.
that's what the general public needs.
That could cause a sensory overload, but at the same time, I want to see this motherfucker in 3D on the IMAX.
Yeah, no, I saw Star Trek on IMAX, so I saw the 3D trailer on the IMAX screen, and I was like, fuck yeah. And
I need that movie that way.
What you're saying is
so good.
What you're saying is we need an intelligent movie, and after watching Star Trek Into Darkness or Star Trek Beyond and Ghostbusters,
we need an intelligent movie.
We need to prove that we are not dumb, fat, stupid fuckers, and that we can appreciate movies that make us think. And I think Doctor Strange will do that.
Probably.
I hope so.
And then they announced my Captain Marvel, Brie Larson. I love this girl, and I said this in another episode.
Literally, Chris sent me a picture of him with this big dopey grin, holding a picture of Brie Larson, saying she's my Captain Marvel.
No, I didn't.
He didn't. He wanted to though.
No, I did. I did post all over the place about that because I was so stoked about it. When they announced that she was in talks to take on the role of this character, I was beyond ecstatic because I love Brie Larson.
Okay.
Now, when it got announced, like my first thought was that girl from 21 Jump Street.
See, and what I thought is like, United States of Terra, Scott Pilgrim versus the World. God, I love her.
I mean, she's not a bad actress at all. I don't have a problem with the casting.
As I get my Anna Kendricks as Squirrel Girl, we can all
I think
be
that's
happy.
a pipeline
that's
thing.
bullshit.
Shut
I
your
think,
mouth.
but
I mean, try when we get to Phase 4, maybe.
Shut your mouth.
I mean, don't get me wrong. I'm totally down for a Great Lakes Avengers movie.
If they do a Squirrel Girl movie, don't even put it in the face. Just go, here's Squirrel Girl, and have her do what she does in the comic, which is just fuck the MCU up.
You know what would be funny about it is if they could just have other characters make a cameo and be like, what the hell are you doing right now?
No.
Like, have RDJ show up and be like, it looks like you've got this under control.
That's how we introduce Galactus into the Marvel Universe, is have Squirrel Girl fight Galactus. That is the movie. Forget the Fantastic Four.
I'd totally be down with that. That'd be so good.
All right, so also Justice League trailer dropped.
Yeah.
Oh, how awesome looking
so
is
fucking
that?
good.
Okay,
So, it looks like what Batman versus Superman was trying to be.
Right.
so for those who haven't seen the trailer, go online, look it up. We'll give you a quick rundown. It is Bruce Wayne
Recruiting.
Like he recruits Aquaman, the Flash, Wonder Woman. And it's just little snippets of him going to these superheroes recruiting as the trailer.
You know what my favorite part about this trailer was?
Is he with us, more or less?
No.
Because that was funny.
That was hilarious.
It was. But honestly, my favorite part about this was I had heard about the scene of him recruiting Flash, Ezra Miller as Barry Allen.
Yeah.
Like that got talked about as like one of the first scenes that was shown to like the uppers. To get their feel for the movie, and I'm really glad they played that because he got cast for that role like right after Grant Gustin got announced for the TV show, and everybody was super pissed off.
Yeah.
But like we got to see a little extra of him in action in this, and I think he's going to be great. He did a real good job in that scene of being Barry.
It was fun.
It was fun.
It was whimsical. It was very lighthearted. It was very Flash.
So
absolutely. The only thing that disappointed me about it was like that his lightning wasn't gold. That it was, like basic lightning color, which I can live with.
They
that.
might fix that still.
Yeah,
That's still early on.
You guys don't even have to fix
A
that.
conversation I had with a friend of mine was like we both agreed like Flash and Cyborg looked a little unfinished.
Yeah,
but
they might
I'm
finish
pretty
them
sure
up.
they pushed the trailer to get
No,
it out for
and
Comic Con,
it looks-
which is fine.
It looked good. Like,
No, it looked great.
I think, like,
Fucking
honestly, I was
having
more...
Aquaman towering over Batman.
Oh,
It looked
dude,
so
dude.
good. Oh man, I love Jason Momoa.
You talk to fish?
No, dude, I really like Aquaman. He's always been one of my favorites.
Yeah, we know.
Fuck
You
Super
like-
Friends. But like
You like talking to fish. We get this.
Yeah, it's a thing. And I love Jason Momoa as an actor. He's fantastic. And like him being Aquaman, beautiful decision for me.
I saw this when I saw this trailer. I got more excited for after I saw this trailer. Because I saw it last night at 2 a.m. at Christmas in July. I was watching it, and I got more excited after watching this trailer than I did after the Avengers trailer.
Nice.
Because this movie looks. If Suicide Squad doesn't deliver, it looks like this movie might be finally what does for DC.
You know
What do you
what?
think about the changes they made to Batman's costume?
I'm okay with it.
Me too.
Yeah.
It, honestly, it looks like they took a couple of pages out of the Avengers book.
Yeah.
Which is a good thing.
No, it's intelligent. Clearly, you fucked up with your dark, gritty Batman v Superman. Like
Totally.
it didn't go over that well with the audiences.
Right.
So you take this lighthearted aspect that is in all the Avengers movies, all of them, you know,
Right.
language or whatever,
Right.
and it was fantastic. So yeah, the scene with Barry Allen was fantastic. I loved when Ben Affleck is the more or less scene was
More or
perfect.
less, yeah.
Yeah, no, that was
seeing
fantastic.
Aquaman just being fucking Aquaman and
Yeah.
badass.
Yeah, he's just
Oh my
standing
God.
as the wave comes in. Like,
Seeing,
looks so good.
I mean, even Cyborg just kind of being there,
yeah.
because he was
He
just
looks
kind of
sweet.
he was just kind of in there, and I
Yeah.
was like, yeah,
Yeah.
I know.
I mean,
who
maybe
that
a little
is.
unfinished, but he looked like a badass
Oh,
right away.
oh my god, he looked like he was forged in the depths of hell.
Right?
Yeah, no,
I'm
I
super pumped for this movie.
I didn't think I would be because it's
Right.
a DC movie. I thought I'd be like, okay, whatever. But fuck, it looks good.
Okay.
Now,
so
how'd
then-
you feel about the Wonder Woman
Oh my
trailer?
god, dude!
Really good too.
Dude,
Like,
my favorite part about it was the poster they released right before.
Yes.
How colorful it was.
It's beautiful.
It looks so good.
Her
And like
costume is perfect.
and it is. It looks great. She looks fantastic.
It looks
like,
practical.
And they showed the lasso!
yes, they
yes,
did.
they did.
Yes, they
You
did.
And
saw
it
the
glows
lasso
like an
through-
80s cartoon and it's a fucking badass piece
What-
of weapon.
What I was loving most about it was they have her utilizing her armor so much.
Yeah.
Like in this
Oh, yeah,
little
no,
preview,
when she's fighting-
she's sliding across her knees, using her
Yeah.
shield,
Blocking
every,
shots with her shin guards and her wrist
every
guards.
piece. She
oh.
is this honed warrior.
Yeah.
and it was fantastic.
Yeah. No, it's so good.
And then
I'm super
Worst part
pumped
about
for
the
that.
Wonder Woman movie?
Chris Pine.
Chris fucking Pines in it.
See, I'm okay with him being
I don't-
Steve
I don't
Trevor.
care
I think
about
that'll
that. You know
be
what?
fine.
Here's my deal.
Especially because like this will probably be the only time we see him.
I'm done with Chris Pine.
I
He
know
can
you
go
will.
away too. Really, they all can go away except for Zoe. She can stay, right?
We got our last Suicide Squad trailer.
Yeah,
You did?
yeah.
So much Joker.
So did you hear? All right, I've been doing my research on what the Joker's doing in this movie. Did you hear what he's doing in this movie?
I actually read an article about it, and I was like, this is some bullshit fan theory.
All right, what did you read?
I read that he is trying to get the Suicide Squad together so he can have Harley back.
So what I heard was it
Yeah,
wasn't.
that sounds like a whole lot of bullshit.
No. Here's what I heard.
Thank you.
He had nothing to do with getting the Suicide Squad together. What I heard was like he wants Harley back. He finds out that she's part of the squad, not a prison. So he just shows up trying to get her back through the movie. Like he's like, "Come on, let's go."
Like, bitch, you
Right. Like now, and that's more Joker to me.
That's a little acceptable.
Then
I
he's
can live
like,
with that.
"Oh, my woman's out of jail. Well, time to
I might
let's
as well
party
go
up."
pick
Yeah,
up
this
my
is
perfect
my one.
crony.
No,
Right.
Yeah.
Oh,
that's
that's great.
That's fair.
And now Batman showed up. Now it's a thing. I gotta go handle this. You're gonna be good to go, Harley Quinn. We're gonna when I get back.
No, dude, the only thing that like I thought was detracting about the trailer, and it's a personal thing because it made me laugh about it being ridiculous. The end part where she beats the shit out of the whatever thing in the elevator,
Yeah.
Yeah.
and then walks off, and all the guys are looking like, what are they looking at? She has a really flat butt, dude. There's nothing there. Like, there's nothing to look at.
They're looking at Margot Robbie.
She's swishing nothing, dude.
Yeah, girls, she's a beautiful lady.
She's a
I'm
good
not
looking.
saying she is. I'm just saying, like,
those
those shorts are loose, dude.
I was on the Margot. I was on the Margot Robbie hate train for a while, but the more I see of this movie, the more I'm like, that's a good looking girl.
I still don't like her lines so far.
No,
I mean, a lot of the various lines I've heard in the film, like from the trailers, I'm not a big fan.
You haven't heard a lot. Like you heard her say, "I'm quite vexing."
The only person I've mostly turned around for is Jared Leto's Joker.
How can
because
you not?
I mean, at first I couldn't stand. The thing that threw me for a loop the most was the damage tattoo on his head. Like
everybody was pissed.
I can live with the rest of them. I can live with the grill. Like that makes sense with replacing your teeth and looking weird. But the damage tattoo on his forehead has never made any sense to me.
Yeah.
But now that we've heard like him actually talk,
and the tattoos are going to tell a story.
Right, like that they're actually involved, and we've heard him talk and his laugh and stuff. Like, if I was blind or it was an animated series, he would be amazing as the Joker. And I'm actually like looking forward to seeing his performance because he is a good actor, a really good actor.
Cannot wait.
And I think I can get over the damage tattoo.
Can we switch real quick? I know we're talking Suicide Squad, but Joe said animated
No,
series.
we'll come back to that because I've a few fucking things to say
I've
about
got
that
an
bullshit.
issue about Killing Joe.
Oh,
Fuck it, let's go now.
All right, let's
All
do
right.
it. Let's do it.
Hold on, let me guess. Does it involve Batgirl?
Of course it
Does
involves
it involve
Batgirl.
Batman? Why
I
don't
mean,
you tell them how
The sex scene.
the sex scene? What the fuck?
Okay. My problem isn't just with the sex scene. One of my friends has managed to already see this film. I don't know how. I'm not asking questions. But based on that, and then the panel at SDC, and what they were talking about was like the first part and the don't get me started on Brian Azzarello, great writer, dick of a person.
That's ego.
I'm cool with the idea of like, hey, we need to make this into a feature film. It wasn't that long.
No.
Let's make expand Batgirl as a character a little more. Great idea. Make her like she's a strong female character,
But she's
definitely example that
pining
more.
for Batman.
That's my problem. They turned her just into a piney bitch.
Yeah.
Pining after Batman.
Hey.
You had an opportunity to turn her into an amazing character and make anybody
something-
who's never read this book or any Batgirl book before really care about what the Joker's about to fucking do to her.
Do something
And you
that-
fucked it up so you could have an animated sex scene on a roof.
Yeah, bad. Like, the feminists that were pissed off about Ghostbusters really need to look at this and get pissed off about this. Because Batgirl has never gotten respect in the comics. And they had a chance to do something awesome, and they said, hey, guess what? Fuck Batman.
I mean, they're already going to get pissed about this movie anyways because he's going to shoot her and then sexualize her.
Well, that's fine. But that's what happened
They
in the
don't,
comic.
you don't get
Right,
to be pissed
like
about that. I'm sorry. He is a heinous, evil motherfucker. The
Right.
Joker is. And to get... Okay, and I'm going to bridge Suicide Squad into this a little bit. To get into character for that, to become the psychopath that he needed to be, Jared Leto was sending used condoms to the other cast members. Used condoms, fucking bullets, rats, a pig, a dead pig. Like,
Yeah.
So you were... He is not a normal human being, and he will do heinous things. And guess what, motherfuckers? If you don't like this, you should probably off yourself because sick shit happens.
Whoa, you should off yourself.
No,
all right, all right.
No. Like
Rail back that one.
No. But what I'm saying is, sick shit happens in the real world. That's the world that we live in.
It does.
This is fantasy, and they're taking things to make that real.
Right.
Okay.
But here's the thing, like, in the comic in the 80s, when it happened in the 80s, I keep saying the 80s because it matters. This comic is 30 years old at this point.
Yeah.
So it predates a lot of people. She was shot in the gut in front of her father, and it turned the Batman world upside down. When this comic came out, it wasn't part of the Bativerse. It was a spin-off, standalone comic.
Not initially, but
They turned it into it.
It did, and that's why
Oracle.
neither one of them technically die at the end because
Right.
originally Alan Moore wanted to have Batman actually murder the Joker.
He totally did.
Yeah, no, he was gonna.
Nah,
and
he
DC
did.
was like, no, you can't do that because this is canon now.
Yeah, he did. He still did. He still did.
I mean-
Murdered the Joker, buzzed him to death. But
Whatever.
You had this happen. This animated thing is coming out. We're all excited because Mark Hamill and whatever the fuck Batman's Kevin Conroy, all these guys are coming back, and we're getting this really dark, really graphic tale. Bad shit happens to Batgirl in this story, and it has to.
You know what I want to know?
It has to happen.
What I want to know is if they've concentrated a bunch of the beginning of the movie on quote unquote here developing Batgirl's character, are they like taking out all the background story for the Joker? The Joker background scenes?
I don't think they would, because the reason that they're not is they said if they just animated the comic, like panel for panel, just animated it, it was like 45 minutes.
I mean,
so you've got to
you can
have
make
that.
it longer than that.
I would have
like you can
accepted
make
the
it
45 minutes.
I would have too. I would
mean,
have been fine with that.
Honestly, I think with just the core material, like you could have made it an hour-long feature film, which was as long as Mask of the Phantasm, and that's still the best Batman
I thought
movie of all
Mask
time.
was more than an hour long.
No, it's like an hour and 4 minutes. That's including credits.
No, I think I'm okay with them adding to the Batgirl story. What I'm not okay with is making her a teenage crush for Batman, where in the comics, Batman is
a father figure.
Yeah.
Right.
And Barbara has always been with Robin. That's just the way it goes.
Right. And I mean, like, even if like that was part of her character, in my opinion, like even if there was that weird piney thing at all with her, like Batman wouldn't do that.
No, like Batman.
Bruce Wayne hella wouldn't do that.
Well, hold on. I say
right.
that, but I read Batman All-Star where he fucks Catwoman on the rooftop, and he goes, and that line of "We leave the mask on." Why? Because I'm the goddamn Batman. I realize Batman will do some shit.
Yeah, but that was also a weird thing that is also outside of continuity.
Whatever, it works.
But
Batman's a sex machine.
That is not a good Batman story.
No, it's not. But he's
All-Star
still a sex
Superman's
machine.
a good one. All-Star Batman.
All-Star Superman should have been renamed "How to Deal with Cancer."
That's fair. But yeah, like, don't get me wrong. I'm totally down for them exploring Batgirl more in this story.
But
giving Tara Strong a bigger paycheck. But like, don't make her a piney 18-year-old.
To be honest, we don't know until we see it what's going to happen. Maybe
Freaking out about time.
no.
No, I'm not freaking out about time at all.
He says as he looks at the recording clock
I
again.
think this. I know they're showing it in theaters twice, or is it two nights?
Two nights.
2 nights, Monday,
and
Tuesday.
And you're seeing it.
I'm going Monday night
At where at?
at the St. Louis Mills Regal Cinema.
I'll watch it Tuesday. Tuesday's when it comes out on digital download.
Does
as well.
it?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, if you want to come hang out with one of the guys from Entertain the Geeky and watch
What
this
time are you
movie,
going?
I'm going to go to the 10 p.m. showing.
Okay, I think Jason and his friends are going to be there at that one as well.
Perfect. So me, a couple of people from the fantasy shop, we're going to go. Every one of us are going to be excited. Yeah.
I can see Batgirl naked. I might be more happy now.
No.
No.
I've
Damn
actually
it.
seen like the clip.
Damn it.
You see her like pull off her top
Yeah.
bra, and then it pans to the sky, and
Yeah.
that's it.
Real quickly.
Huh.
Have you guys seen anything about the new Power Rangers movie?
Yeah.
Did you hear
I've
what,
seen images.
the images look really good? Did you hear what
They look
Bryan
cool.
Cranston said about this movie?
Huh.
No.
He said he didn't want to do it. Well, like he came out and he said, he goes, they offered it to me and I was like, no, I don't want to do some 90s bullshit kids show.
Okay.
And he's like, I read the script. This is the Dark Knight of Power Rangers.
Okay.
He goes like, this is not what you grew up with. It is darker. It is grittier. You're dealing with real life teenage issues. And that's why I signed on.
I can get behind that.
Now
I like
I'm
Brian.
stoked to go see Mighty Morphin Power Rangers.
I was stoked regardless. I was hoping Jason David Frank would have something to do with it because
Yeah, I was hoping
he
like
is
any of the original
Power
cast.
Ranger. He is the Power Ranger.
You know who would have been fun to have as cameos? Fuck, what are their names?
Bull
The
and
Bulk and Skull.
Yeah, they would have been fan. I don't care as what, but like maybe janitors at the school or
Anything,
something.
anything.
But like,
we're janitors at the school later on in the show.
were they?
Yeah, I don't know how I know that, but I
Okay.
do know this.
But I mean, if you had them like pop up, somebody's parents, I don't give a shit. Like that's the cameo I really want.
I mean, you know what's cool though? The guy from Breaking Bad, what's his name?
Bryan Cranston. He's who I just talked about.
Yeah, okay, Bryan Cranston. Now, did you know he actually did voice work in the original series?
No.
Yes, he played one of the villains.
Okay.
Yes, that's right, he did.
The one that he
Okay.
played is eluding me right now, but he did do it.
Okay.
And that's one of the reasons I was excited for him.
I am very interested to see him play Zordon.
Elizabeth Banks.
Oh,
I love
she
that
looks
lady.
good as Rita.
I love that lady.
Like,
Rita looks totally different.
Yeah, like at first, like I was like, "How is that Rita?" And then I was like, "You know what? New era. That costume looks fucking sweet."
Yeah, it
All
looks,
right.
the whole thing looks good.
And she's a decent actress. Like,
Yeah.
She
we'll see
looks
what she brings
evil
to the
and
table.
badass,
She
man.
looks
I
kind of
would-
fucking scary. I wouldn't want to meet her in a
I
dark
would do
alley.
dirty, dirty things to her in that outfit.
I'm pretty
Now-
sure she'd do dirty, dirty things to you.
Yeah,
in
you
that
would be
outfit.
sodomized.
I'm alright with that.
Certainly.
Just call me honey when you're done.
Now,
Spit on it first and call it a day.
the suits that the Power Rangers are wearing, I think. Hold on, before
The
you get
helmets
upset
look
about
real
them.
good.
Before
Yeah.
you get upset about them,
I'm
these are alien costumes.
Yeah.
So the fact that we had these really pretty ones in the 90s, I love
We
my
had
Power
cloth.
Rangers. We did. It looked like a playing card almost.
Yeah, no, you had spandex that
Spandex
somehow,
playing cards and a helmet.
Yeah, but
I-
that protected
I'm
you
pretty
from
sure
everything.
it was like velour, really.
Like-
Like maybe Zap Brannigan was really on to something here.
These new ones, they've got these fucking sick alien suits, and like
Yeah.
at first I was like, man, this is not the Power Rangers, and then I thought about it, and I'm like, it makes sense.
What's gonna make or break
for what
this
they're
movie?
Doing, like, it makes sense.
What's going to make or break this movie is how the Zords look.
That's
And how Mega
so
Zord
true. The
looks.
first time an image of a Zord comes out will be the moment this movie is broken or not.
Yeah.
Maybe.
No,
Maybe.
I think it matters.
Well, this one of the things.
Or if a
they
clip
could
comes
do
out
something. They could
of
do
them
something.
doing like Morphin Time and it's just awful.
They
that
could-
would screw over
They
the
could do
entire
something
movie.
so smart with this, and in this movie, it could obviously be. They could do a few different movies with it, very obviously.
Mm-hmm.
And if they are smart about it, they will not let Zords appear in this first movie.
You know, that's not a bad.
That-
That wouldn't be a bad thing.
No!
I mean,
Have-
don't get me wrong. I'm with you, Roger. I want them.
I want
but
Zords
Chris
too.
is right.
I
Like,
want Zords too, but
not having Zords in the first movie might be the smartest
no,
play they could
you
make.
send the Power Rangers out there. They fight some villain. Rita doesn't. She's not going to pull out all the guns because she doesn't have to.
Yeah, but okay, hold on. She pulls out the guns, like, because here, in my mind, I have the trilogy set up in my head of how it works.
All right.
All right, hear me out.
Lay it
So
on.
we have the first movie. Rita pulls out the gun. She makes the monster giant. That's not all of her guns. So she makes the monster giant. We see the Zords and then Mega Zord. Swipe the sword. They all die. Yeah, everyone's happy. Power Rangers save the universe. Movie ends and you see the green armor in the background as Rita goes, now we know what they can do. Second movie is all about the Green Ranger. Like the Green Ranger's the bad guy. And that's parts 2 and 3 is evil Green Ranger and then him
Well,
becoming good.
they could never put Zords in it then. Like they could literally never put Zords in the movies, and we could still have a really cool Power Ranger series.
It's not the same without
I
Zords.
understand, and I'm with you there, but I'm just
He's
saying.
right though. You could pull it off.
You could.
You could, but
Remember.
But we all want
remember that leaked, or not the leaked movie, but that James Vanderbeek Power Rangers super adult movie.
Oh yeah, that
Okay.
Where
like
the threesome
mini-
happened.
Zero
Yeah.
Zords. How fucking cool was it?
It was pretty.
Well,
It
fun.
that's
was
'cause-
righteous
but-
and badass.
But that was, and I took it because the reason there was no Zords was the Power Rangers weren't Power Rangers. Like they had been destroyed. Like all their equipment was gone. There was just the uniform, and that's what they had left. Because you saw,
they
you
had
never,
to have had their Zords.
you never saw it. You never saw them actually morph.
But
That's
you
true.
didn't,
I
you
mean,
don't,
they
you
showed,
don't
like,
have
the
to
command-
have it.
But they
You
showed
did.
like
You
the
saw
command
Black,
center
no,
destroyed.
you saw the Black Ranger go in. Yes, you
You
did.
didn't see him morph. You saw him wearing a suit.
Yeah, he goes in his Black Ranger suit and kicks a bunch of fucking ass.
Right, but he also got shot.
and he's killing motherfuckers.
He got shot in the suit. That didn't happen. And they could take shots in the suit back when it was powered up. I'm just saying, like, he just wore it as an outfit. Like, that's just what he wore.
This is just what I wear.
Right. That's like he got used to it.
Yeah, that's true.
You know,
No.
because I took it as they had no, like, they were no longer the Power Rangers. They were just
The group.
the characters.
I took it as the group was not together anymore.
Yeah, maybe.
Like the Power Rangers is not a thing. They're
I just-
individual guy. They're individual people
I
that
just
have
took
that power.
That they took the power out and just became Rangers at that point. Like,
No,
after
but-
Kimberly died, they just became Rangers.
Well, somebody call James Vanderbeek and figure it out.
Yeah. Hey, James Vanderbeek, let us know what's going on with that, okay?
No, it looked that looked really cool. No Zords. They could really do that in this movie. It could avoid fan upset, and they could really spend time
Do
developing.
you think you would avoid fan upset, though, if there was no Zords in this movie?
I think it could.
It's possible.
I
I,
think
mean,
a lot-
that's right up there with tossing out the EU and Star Wars.
And fans raged about tossing out
Yeah,
the EU.
but there's a lot of benefits
Yeah,
of
how
it.
much money
Like,
did episode 7?
the thing
That doesn't mean it's good. Look how much money the prequels made.
No, the thing that made me happy
Episode
about
3
them
was good.
tossing out the EU is, hey, you can't fuck up a character I've loved for years. Like,
They can.
If they
'cause
went
Thrawn's back.
well, that's true. Thrawn is back, so now they can. But I mean, like, my initial thought was, like, alright, so, like, now you couldn't fuck up, like, the Jason and Jaina storyline by putting it on screen
How do you
and
know
not
they
doing it
didn't?
in the right way to make me happy. But, like, so I was cool with that. Like, I think Chris's idea is similar to that. In
We
so
need
much
Zords.
as, like, don't get me wrong.
I want the
them.
Zords too.
I want them.
We need
But Chris is
Could
right.
Could
like,
they do it without them? Absolutely.
I
And
think
they
you
could do
could.
it without never morphing, but...
No, they couldn't. That's not the Power Rangers if they don't morph.
The Power Rangers without Zords!
They're Mighty
It is.
Morphin Power Rangers. They have to morph.
And the Zords morph to make Megazord.
No, the Zords combined to make Megazord.
Look, god damn it, I've waited for years to see a live-action Voltron movie, and this is as close as I'm gonna get. Okay?
Maybe not.
Close.
Netflix is Voltron.
Is cartoon...
It's very good, and if that does well, I could totally see somebody being like, fuck it.
You know what? Yeah, you would think
Let's
so.
do this.
But as much as Alex Ross has been pushing for a live-action Voltron movie for the past 100 years, because he's old as shit, and it hasn't happened, I don't think Netflix is going to be able to pull that kind of cred.
Probably
Alex
not.
Ross-
Not anytime
That
soon.
shit could go straight to Netflix.
Alex Ross offered to fund the movie himself back in the 90s. He's like, look, I'll put up the cash to do it, and no studio bit. Yeah.
Speaking of Netflix,
Okay,
though,
we
you
are
know
in
what
the-
we didn't talk about from Comic-Con?
Daredevil season 3, Luke Cage,
Luke Cage,
Iron Fist,
Iron
the
Fist,
Defenders.
The Defenders.
Jessica
I didn't see the
Jones.
Defenders trailer.
Oh, it was like a
It's-
12-second teaser.
It's just enough to show you some newspaper clippings and
yeah,
get
and then
you
it
excited.
spells out Defend with like each of their title
Yeah.
cards. Like it's got the D from Daredevil and the
Yeah.
A from Alias and letters.
Yeah.
It's got
Okay.
letters and it says Defend. And
He
then-
forgot how to spell
He
Defender.
I did. I did.
I was like,
I totally
A
lost
from
it. You got
Aliens.
this
What?
D and fuck.
Fuck!
But yeah, no, it was a cool little teaser. It didn't show us anything about them.
Can I ask a question about Iron Fist?
Yeah,
Because
sure.
it's a character I don't know anything about.
Okay.
I'm going to say this, and Chris is going to yell. I thought the fucker was Asian.
No.
No.
No? Okay.
He practices in Asia.
Yeah.
Because for some reason,
But that he's always been a white guy.
Okay.
And that was part of the storyline too, was like him being like
An
the
outsider.
dude, and he has to go train in this ancient Asian society, and he's kind of an outsider because
Yeah.
of it,
It
because
all-
he's just a white guy from New York.
It all looks good.
Yeah, no.
Comic-Con
dude,
was-
that Luke Cage trailer, like I watched that like
Yeah.
8 times in a row.
Yeah.
It is going to be
Yeah.
such a hip hop fueled ass kick fest, and I'm super pumped for it.
The only thing I wish that would have happened, and this is not really anything Netflix could have controlled, or because they're trying to make that same universe. But if this show was set in like the 80s with the rock, like late 80s, early 90s, so you could have like as seasons go on, the hip hop tracks change. So you start with early hip hop and him trying to figure
that
out
would've
how to
been
be
cool.
a superhero. And by the end of the show, it's like hip hop is a full blown thing, like he is.
Yeah.
And the soundtracks change through the seasons.
That would.
I just want to see Luke Cage kick ass.
And we're gonna get that.
Yeah, no, watching him go sequentially like through that building with the
Yep.
car door,
Yeah,
with Yep.
just
car
beating
door.
the shit out of people.
Like Comic-Con this year was amazing. I actually saw the Walking Dead trailer.
Yeah.
And I've been off the Walking Dead TV show for like 3 years now.
Ezekiel's tiger looks so fucking cool.
The whole trailer looked cool. Like it panning up Lucia with when you hear Morgan. I can't think of the guy's name now. The actor who plays.
Reedus or whatever.
Yeah. No. What's his name? Not Norman Reedus. The dad from Supernatural. Henry D. Morgan.
Jeffrey D. Morgan.
Jeffrey
yeah.
D. Morgan. Like
As
you hear
Negan.
him. Yeah, as Negan, you hear him talking the eeny, meeny, miny, mo, and you see the camera pan up Lucille, and then it just cuts, and you see Ezekiel, and you see all of the stuff that when Walking Dead, the show started, was happening in the comics, and it's awesome to see the show catch up to this, and I might have to go back now and rewatch it. I might have to jump back on that bandwagon.
I heard that they actually recorded some of this newest season at Crestwood Mall.
I heard that, but I found out that it was just a rumor.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, but Negan's in it with his tiger, which I never thought they'd actually do that. and they proved me
Ezekiel's
wrong.
in there with his tiger.
Ezekiel's in there
Not
with
Negan.
it, whatever.
Negan doesn't have a tiger. thank
Negan's
God.
got a bat wrapped in fucking barbed wire, and it's amazing.
That's true.
I don't
I do love the fact that they threw off all the fans trying to figure out who Negan kills in the show
I
by
will-
filming him kill each and every single one of the people there.
Yeah,
Like, just so nobody knows which one they'll actually use.
Here's the deal. Much like I did with Civil War, I will rage if it's not the same as it is in the comics.
I won't.
I will.
For
It's
two
not
reasons.
supposed to be.
One, because it's completely its own beast.
It is, but
And, like, because of how different
There's-
the show is from the comics, honestly, I think you could kill Rick and get away with it.
no. Okay, what I was gonna say was, well, thanks for letting them know that it's not Rick. I'm trying to keep it on the secret, but there are 3 characters.
Okay.
4 now that you said Rick. There are 4 characters that it could be that I'd be okay with. One of them I'd be definitely okay. Like I'd be happy as a pie if it was.
I'm gonna
The-
bet you're saying Norman Reedus.
No, not Norman Reedus.
No?
No,
Alright.
no, because
Everybody loves Daryl.
everybody loves Daryl.
I don't
Like
give a shit.
the show's viewerships would drop so fast if Daryl dies.
That's true.
But that trailer looked good. The Magic cards, the Magic San Diego convention exclusives you got this year, they went away from the
Oh,
black
yeah,
cards
they
to
did the
zombie
zombie ones.
planeswalkers.
Yeah.
Except Liliana. Liliana is normal, just alternate art Liliana, because
Yeah.
she's controlling the zombie planeswalkers. It was really cool.
My favorite is definitely a tie between Jace eating his own brain
Yeah.
and Chandra being a burnt corpse.
You know, Chandra
like,
Corp.
those two are the best.
Like, I want to get the Chandra run and alter it to say Aunt Beru.
There you
because
go.
that needs to happen.
Yeah.
Comic-Con has been amazing.
Did they
this
do?
year.
Did they do a Tezzeret?
No, it was just
No.
the base plan.
Yeah, it was
Aw,
just
man.
just the.
So
the-
they had a Johnny though.
No,
I
they
didn't
did
see
a
him.
No, they just had Gideon, Nissa, Chandra, Jace, and Liliana.
Lame.
The 5 basic ones that are in standard right now.
No, they're not all in standard.
Yeah, they
Gideon,
are.
No,
Yeah.
look, go back and look because
That,
Gideon.
that was Gideon ally of Zendikar from Oath.
Is he a reprint? Because I thought it was a brand new Gideon.
No. No, that Gideon is the one from Oath of the Gatewatch.
I don't have my phone, but I'm pretty sure it's not.
It is.
Oh
I
my
looked at all
God,
of them.
nerd argument.
Nerd argument here.
We'll come back to that.
Whatever.
But-
What else happened at Comic Con that was awesome?
I don't think anything that wasn't.
Tara Strong hung out in a Harley Quinn outfit.
Holy
that
shit!
was pretty cool. It looked really good. It was the
Henry Cavill.
one.
Hold
the
on.
skirty one from the
Henry Cavill
Justice.
put on a Guy Fawkes mask
Oh yeah.
and walks around taking pictures with everybody. They have no idea they're taking pictures with Superman. He goes to the Suicide Squad booth, takes a photo with Will Smith, lifts the mask as he takes the photo, and then you see Will Smith like, holy shit! And it was awesome, dude.
Hella pranked him.
Oh man, that's awesome. Did you real quickly? I know it's old news, but damn it, I went and saw Star Trek in 3D. I saw the Rogue One trailer in 3D on the
the
IMAX.
new one or
The first one. The
Okay.
first one. No, I didn't see the new one. It was-
that's fair. The new one's leaked only.
yeah, the new. But
Did you see that?
I haven't seen.
I've not.
Here's the thing. I saw the little special thing where the guy was talking about, oh, it's like playing Star Wars when you're a kid. But seeing that first trailer that I've seen 100 times, seeing it in 3D has gotten me so
good.
stoked for this movie.
Yeah.
I was stoked about the movie. See, I'm not big into the 3D movie thing.
Oh,
I've been stoked about
I-
that movie from the get-go, though. It looks good.
I think one of the biggest things circulating in the Marvel camp, at least from Comic-Con, was the reveal of the Hulk Gladiator armor.
Oh my
Yeah.
god!
For
I
Ragnarok?
totally forgot. Holy shit!
Yeah. Yeah.
Everybody got so fucking excited.
Because you
about
know where
that
he's
shit.
going after Ragnarok.
Oh yeah,
Hulk.
we're getting Planet Hulk.
Oh.
Like that's
It
that's a
needed
thing
to
now.
happen. It needed
Yeah,
to
it does.
happen, and it's happening.
Oh, it's so exciting.
No, I'm super pumped about that shit.
Let's see. What else did we get? Punisher.
I mean,
Yeah, Punisher
It's
got
hard.
officially announced, which
Yeah.
I
Ghost-
finally got around while Kelly was out of town to watching Daredevil season 2. I know I'm late on the fucking ball, but God, he was a badass.
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
That was such a good casting for Punisher. He did such a good job.
He wasn't the best Punisher. Thomas Jane will always be the best Punisher.
Thank you.
He still did an
Thank you.
amazing job.
No.
I will agree with you.
I have nothing
but
bad to say
that
about
one
his
batch,
Punisher.
2 batch, penny and a dime, like that is haunting, and I can't wait for his show.
Yeah, no, it'll be good
It's gonna be fantastic.
if they let it actually happen.
It will,
It got greenlit, dude.
dude.
It's happening.
That's going down.
We'll see.
It got greenlit. It's
We'll
happening.
see.
We're getting at least one season.
Peggy Carter. fans have petitioned really hard, and it looks like we might be getting a Netflix show for that.
Really?
Yes.
Okay.
Who's the actress that plays Peggy Carter?
I don't. Yeah.
Okay.
The really cute chick.
The
Really cute chick from the first Captain America movie?
Yes.
Yeah.
She's Peggy Carter, obviously.
Yeah.
And when the show ended, fans raged and she raged because she loves doing this, and which I think is fantastic. And that's one of the coolest things about all of this superhero shit. All of the actors and actresses that are getting to be a part of this, you can see how much fun they're having doing it, and they are investing so much of their lives into that, and I respect them for it. And I think it adds so much to that environment and what we're cultivating here with these superhero movies. So I think that's fantastic.
Why couldn't we get that for Constantine when it got canceled?
We did.
I mean, not enough, apparently.
We did. It's just Netflix doesn't have a deal with DC.
Yeah.
Well, that's fair, but like CW could have fucking picked it up and
here's
put
the
it
problem.
right on
Like,
after Flash.
They
or some
talked
shit.
about it going to CW. The problem was the type of show Constantine did not fit into what CW wanted. What CW was trying to do with the DC universe.
You mean because it was supernatural in the DC universe?
Exactly. And Constantine was such an amazing show, and you know what? Much like Firefly, I'm glad that it didn't have a chance to go bad.
Yeah, no, now I know what it's like to be a Firefly fan
Yeah,
from back in the
know
day.
the pain.
Because I've got one season of an amazing show.
But you got all episodes aired for that one season, as opposed to the poor Firefly fans.
That's
we had
fair.
to wait for DVD.
You had to get that awful movie.
I mean, that reminds me. There's a new Firefly comic coming out.
I saw that.
Yeah. That
whatever.
will continue from Leaves on the Wind.
Whatever.
I mean, Leaves on the Wind was okay.
None of the Firefly comics have been really good.
None of them have been amazing. Well, I like the Shepherd's backstory.
You're the only one.
I thought it was decent and interesting.
Bullshit.
It could have had a lot more going for it.
I think Firefly should just stop. Dr. Horrible sing-along blog, too.
That doesn't need to happen.
It's
I
gonna.
don't care.
I mean, like, don't get me wrong. I fucking loved the first one, but I don't think there needs to be a second one.
Yeah, there really does.
The first one was great as is.
I just forgot her name.
Felicia Day?
Any chance I get to see Felicia Day do something, I'm all about
But
it.
She
she's
is
dead.
like your girlfriend.
But she died in the first one.
It's okay. She'll be back. It's
She's gonna
fine.
be a zombie in this one.
Whatever.
I mean,
don't
whatever.
care. Yeah, no. Felicia Day is like there's a few girls out there. There's Gillian Anderson, Felicia Day, and Anna Kendricks.
Does
Yeah.
it make you sad when she's a lesbian in Supernatural?
No, it makes it even better for my imagination. Okay,
When she's making out with the fairy in the LARP episode?
It's a good time for me.
Okay.
Such a good.
What was
good
that,
girl?
episode 11, season 8 or something?
Something like good.
I know it was
good
season 8.
God.
It was a season and an episode, and it happened.
It happened.
It was a super good episode.
So what else we got this week? Because it was a busy week.
It was an action-packed week, man. Honestly, I'm ready to sleep.
I
Like
am too.
after there was so much going on, just like with things that we were doing for Entertaining Geeky here. We filmed a bunch.
We will have videos up in the next couple of weeks.
A bunch of filming happening, and then life and stuff.
It's been pretty hectic and trying to stay up with Comic-Con.
Yeah, no.
Every 5 minutes, it's like, look what Comic-Con did now. Look what Comic-Con did
Look,
now.
it's
Yeah,
not
no,
even
like,
look what Comic-Con did, but then
There's
got
not
all
enough
this.
time. Like,
You've got all this other
between-
shit that's dropping that wasn't even at Comic-Con.
No.
You know what I mean? It was
Yeah.
it's been a crazy
Yeah.
week for
No, I'm glad I don't have kids like you,
Nerds.
Chris, because I got enough on my hands with like trying to get my show going and work and then being a husband and like if I had kids I couldn't handle
Yeah.
it and I'd probably die.
That is something that I actually wanted to ask you about. So,
Oh,
Joe is looking to start a role-playing show.
yeah.
Explain what you're wanting to do.
Okay. So the plan here is to get a group together and once every 3 weeks meet and do and record like 6 or so hours of a roleplay session and then break it down into smaller episodes to release weekly. Then there would also be occasional extra episodes that are one-shots with a different group for like an hour or 2 hours, and even like discussion episodes if possible.
Do you
Yeah.
have a name for the show yet?
I do not. I'm working on that. I was working on it last night at like 4 a.m.
And what do you got? What's some ideas?
I don't have any because I got caught
I
up
want you
in.
to show me more D&D.
I was thinking, role play with Uncle Joe.
No, no. I started thinking of names, and I started thinking of weird things I could do, and then I ended up like balls deep in writing the campaign idea that came to my brain for the main cast, which solves the problem of whether I was going to start with a supplement or write my own thing.
Joe's gonna be writing his own thing.
Yeah, I will be. And it's going to be awfully mean.
Well, you know what's
as
funny
most of mine are.
is some of the fans that listen to us here.
The three of you.
Yeah, all two of you or three. Or,
Well, hold on real
I
quickly.
think we're up
Shout
to
out to
4 now.
Cambodia.
Shout out to
Shout out to Cambodia. Cambodia's downloaded all of our episodes.
We
Shout out
salute
to
you, Cambodia.
No.
Showing.
We've got a fan in New Jersey actually,
We do.
who I've been good buddies with for a couple of years.
That's cool.
And Nick, much love to you, buddy. He was like, man, I've been listening to the show. He's like, I never really got into D&D, so I would like to hear more about it. And after I saw Joe wanted to do the show, I'm like, Joe, I want you to have a entertaining geeky segment on that because I think that would be awesome.
For the main cast, I'm definitely looking for people in the area. They have to have a time commitment and stuff.
Of course.
But I mean, if you're listening and you're interested, like, feel free to contact me through Facebook or at the shop.
Unless you're in
we'll talk.
Cambodia.
Unless you're in Cambodia.
I don't know how you figure that
Yeah,
one out.
most of our
Because
listeners
you
are
have to
local.
be able to be like in a room with me and video cameras and a few other people.
This sounds like a fucking orgy.
A little bit.
A little bit.
You
There's
gotta
going to
be in
be
a
good
room.
lighting.
With me and video cameras and hot wax.
And hot wax.
And I mean, I wish Roger could like commit to the time.
I cannot commit.
Because no offense to Chris, because Chris, I enjoy you as a role player, but Roger's
way more seasoned than I am.
Roger is one of two people that if they said they were down, don't have to audition.
Like
That I know personally.
Like here's my thing. Like, if it's once a month, it's a possibility, but I can't do it at like night, and I don't know when your time frame is.
We'd be starting like early afternoon.
Yeah,
like
that might be doable.
It would be like 6+ hours starting around like 2.
At once a month,
Every 3 weeks.
that might be doable.
If
Worst case scenario, you
if
kill off
the
my
group-
character in the first session, and I just move on.
See, I wouldn't do that.
He
But-
needs you.
Exactly.
I need
But I mean,
you.
if people could commit to making it a longer thing, like 8 hours or more in one day,
Look,
then
once
we
you
can
hit
do it for
8 hours, you got to pay me, and I get a lunch break. That's just the rules.
I mean, we can have a lunch break for sure because it's going to be a long day anyways.
This isn't how D&D works. There's no lunch break. You eat pizza, Cheetos, and Mountain Dew while you play the damn game.
That's a lunch break.
Cody's wife makes cupcakes.
Wait,
Cody's wife. Oh my god,
There's
I'm losing
cupcakes?
my shit. Joe's
Yeah,
wife.
dude, my wife bakes. You want cupcakes?
oh, and there's cupcakes at your D&Ds?
Yes.
Yeah.
Why did I call you Cody?
Yeah,
I
why
don't
the
know.
fuck did you not tell me there were cupcakes at this thing?
When the fuck did we get ice cream?
Hold on a second. Time out.
All right, I'm sorry. There will be snacks and,
All right, I'm done.
and
Fucking
cupcakes
down. You're
made
feeding
with
me
love.
I don't care
You're
if they're
down?
made. I don't care if they're made with arsenic. I'm getting fucking cupcakes.
I mean, they might be made with arsenic because my wife's mad at you for not saying hi to her when we got here.
I didn't know she was here.
Yeah, well, she is.
I.
She might have called you a bitch, and that's one of
Oh.
the times your phone went off.
That's fine. Whatever.
Um,
I'll go cock slapper when we're done with this.
there you go.
Speaking of being done with this,
But yeah, no, if you're interested, like,
We'll talk.
I'll absolutely have you.
we'll talk. So, speaking of being done with this, I think Chris and I have an announcement that I want to say. We have a jingle.
We do.
We
Yeah, you got
have
one
a
made?
jingle.
Huh?
You got one made?
It's okay. So Mike Capuano, Fantasy Shop regular / former employee
Slash brother from another mother.
/ awesome fucking dude.
He absolutely. You know, he still refuses to call me by my actual name.
What's he call you?
My old stage name.
Nikki?
Or Jackie,
Jackie
Hale.
Hale? I'm
Yeah,
sorry.
like, he
I
refuses
was
to call
thinking
me
Nikki
anything
Sixx.
but that.
That's
Because he
hilarious.
says Joe is too boring. You are Jackie Hale.
So yeah,
So
he
every time he comes up to my work,
So Mike
people
Capuano
get-
wrote a jingle, and next week it will be debuted as Chris and I sing it a cappella.
Yep.
Oh, that
is the
sounds
plan.
awesome. I can't wait
That
for
is
that.
the plan.
It's gonna be. I'm gonna call it. It's like losing your virginity. It's like your first time.
Yeah.
it's gonna be kind of uncoordinated,
Yeah.
but still beautiful.
Yeah. So the original
That was
plan.
fantastic.
The original plan was like actually record it and use different music styles.
Mm-hmm.
And last night, in a stupor of being super tired and excited because it was Christmas in July, Chris said, "No, we're gonna do it a cappella." So I'm gonna up it one more, and I'm gonna say we're gonna do it a cappella, but we're also gonna do it live. Like it's gonna
We're gonna
be.
do a one take.
It'll
thing?
it'll be just us doing it and then straight to the podcast.
All right.
Well, like that's how it's gonna go. And I
And
think
this is gonna happen next week.
Yes.
I think
Yeah,
this
I'm
is-
gonna have to come just so I can watch
I
this
think, I
happen.
think this is gonna be awesome.
It's gonna be fun.
What
I
are we
can't
doing
wait.
next week?
We have Jason O'Toole coming in.
Jason O'Toole.
Ooh, I can fuck with him on the internet instead of just at the store.
On the internet instead of at work.
Yeah,
So,
because anybody who's met me knows that I like to screw with people.
but with that being said, hey guys, it was a busy week. We went really long. Hopefully you're still listening. I know it's a little bit longer than your normal car ride to work when you actually listen to us. We appreciate it. I've been Roger Moss.
This is Chris Parsons.
Joe Moore.
Thank you so much for tuning in to Entertain the Geeky. Like us on Facebook. Fucking follow us on Twitter. All that good shit.
Hit us up.
Let us know what you think. Like, comment on these episodes. We need your feedback. You guys
if you
make
have-
this better.
Have some topics for us for the next Nerd Roulette because that'll happen.
No, that'll happen.
Nerd Roulette's going to be a very regular thing here.
Oh,
So, guys, Chris normally says it, but it's my turn. Stay geeky, fuckers. So fuck Chris Pine and fuck that Star Trek movie.
I knew that's
so
what you were
fucking
gonna
bad.
say.
That
Like
was- yeah.
Jesus fucking Christ, I hate everything about that movie. And like I'm looking at you as I'm talking about it, and your eyes are wide and your pupils are angry because you're just like I was shaking.
Well, no.
I was so mad.
I got mad about something that didn't even happen because I'm like, if you can't handle bad things happening, you need to off yourself now. But, well, like, I'm not saying that in a hateful way, but I'm like, guys, bad things happen in the world.
Yeah.
You have to come to grips with
Star
that.
Trek Beyond came out.
I'm just saying,
Or
don't say
living-
that
or-
because someone's
yeah, right.
gonna sue your ass.
Somebody will take that the wrong way.
Exactly.
No,
It'll be like Judas Priest, but not as cool.
yeah, way less cool because this is a podcast.
And because Rob Halford's vocals can't be touched.
Yeah, that guy's ridiculous.
So
But no, I like hide in your fucking bedroom under your pillows and hope that a fucking bomb doesn't land on your house or
Just-
something.
just everyone stop making shitty decisions with your life.
Stop
Yeah.
getting butthurt.
Everybody just go play Pokemon Go, get some sun.
Man, fuck Pokemon Go too.
No, meet some
Done with
people
this.
and just relax.
Hey, best part about this week? Ecto Cooler High C.
Ecto
Ecto Cooler High C was the best part.